Everybody, my name is Donna and I'm your host of Donna's Edge television talk show where truth matters. Thank you so much for watching every day, Monday through Friday, beginning at 2 p.m. on the Eastern Time Zone. As I get to ride home with you in the afternoon, you can find us syndicated on television, and that's found on Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. Don't forget the podcast on newscasters.com. We have a new avenue. I don't know if you know about this or not. We're on the radio as well. Oh, it's a country giant, and they're located in South Carolina, 92.9 WZLA radio. So we're really proud to be part of that. They're a country station.
That's all right. I love country music.
Well, you know something, they play the old stuff. I like the old stuff.
I do too.
And, like Alabama, the group Alabama, Feels So Right, a lot of those really pretty songs back in the day. Oh, yeah. So we're so proud to be part of that team. I have Donna with me right now, Waldeana Johnson. And Donna is a good friend of mine, and she's in Alabama. And we are in Gadsden, Alabama right now at Twin City Used Car Sales, Bobby Ledbetter Twin City Used Car Sales. You got to check him out. He is doing an event right now to benefit some folks right here in Gadsden, Alabama. That's what he's all about.
Okay. Oh, yeah, he is. You can tell me all that
he does. Yeah, all those wonderful things. A few years ago, you know about this when COVID hit and he was feeding people at Christmas time.
Yes.
And everything. And Donna does the same thing through Mary Kay. But before we start talking about that, let's go ahead and talk about skincare, because it has turned winter time on us. And I can tell a difference, Donna.
Yes, definitely.
In my skin.
And I think for the most part, when we realize that the weather is changing, that our skin responds to the weather, to the changes. And so one of the things that I've done lately, I'd say in the last couple of years, different from what I had to do when I was a little bit younger, I make sure that I use a good moisturizer, not just at night before bedtime, but also in the mornings before I put on my makeup. Because if your skin is not, if it's not clean, if it's not moisturized well, if it's not hydrated, then your makeup is really not going to look its very best. And makeup costs. So you definitely want to get the benefits of that. So I have made sure that I do the extra moisturizing. The time-wise, daily moisturizer, they have one that comes with the set. It has the daytime moisturizer and the nighttime moisturizer, so you don't have to, go looking everywhere for what you need. All of it comes in the same set. It's a 4-in-1 moisturizing cleanser. That is your first thing you want to do, and of course the firming, gel that you use. It is really awesome. Mary Kay products has really worked for me. It really worked for me, and most of my customers, they really love the time-wise miracle. They call it a miracle set, and I know it's a miracle because it did it for me. And I couldn't believe the difference in my skin when I started using it, and I was like, wow, this is really different. I hate I didn't take a before and after.
And I got to tell you, her skin is beautiful, and we're both children of the 70s.
Yes, we are.
And so, we love the 70s, and so you're not showing the age. And so let me ask you this, okay, because there are different skin types. So I still have oily skin at 67.
Wow.
And so, do I use a particular moisturizer? Do I use the same thing someone with dry skin would use?
Well, no, we have the normal to dry moisturizer, and then we also have the combination oily. So that would be what would work best for you or anyone that has oily skin. It takes care to keep that, and also it keeps the shine off. That shine is different, when you're on camera or whatever. So, and I'm one of these people. I have normal to dry skin, but my nose wants to be oily. So I've got some unusual things going on here, but I use the normal to dry because it does, for the most part, what I need to do. And so I stick with that. But we have what we call our clinical solutions that has come out. It is amazing. It is really amazing. It's everything from even the skin toner, the tightener, the firming gel, it is amazing of what that clinical solution is going to do. As a matter of fact, I brought you a picture here today.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm gonna give it to you.
Let me ask you a question too about, okay, now what is the number one thing we need to do for the moisturizer to actually penetrate into the skin? Does it have to do with cleansing?
It does. You definitely always want to use your cleanser first. And then while your skin is still moist, then apply your moisturizer. Because you don't want to, cleanse your skin and then wait 10 or 15 minutes later and come back and.
Oh, so that's key.
It is key. It's very important.
Got to start doing that.
Yes.
Because I've been patting dry my skin, then applying.
No. Don't pat it dry. Because your pores are open. So while it's moist, then you apply your moisturizer, and so it just goes deep into those layers. And we talked about that before, because most people don't understand. Our skin layers is seven layers to your skin, and so if you want something that's going to go deep into those layers so that you get the benefit that you're expecting, you should have. And so that's an awesome thing to know and to be aware of when you do your nighttime or morning routine. Very important, very important.
Now, because the air is drier, and even though we live in the South, where there's humidity, we don't have as much humidity.
Right.
But is it important to wash your skin twice a day, or could you just get by with once?
I recommend twice a day.
Okay.
And that's what I do, and that's what the other, Mary Kay consultants, that's what they do. But it's not just so that people will buy more products, it's because it works best for your skin. I look at my executive director, Tanya Satcher. She's the one that goes with us for the presentation. It is amazing. She's like 55 years old. She looks like she might be 30. It is amazing. And she's been doing this for like 20-something years. Yeah.
Now, what about exfoliators? Because we use it in the summertime. I have to use an exfoliator.
Yeah.
Because of this oily skin I have. So do you still use an exfoliator?
Still use it. And you don't have to use it every day. 2 or 3 times a week, depending on the level of moisture, oil that's in your skin. Most people can get by with twice a week, but some people do 3. They do every other day or something like that. But it's important, and you need that exfoliating. We all need it. Even for me, my skin is not necessarily oily, but I can tell the difference when I do exfoliate. And then and even it even brightens your skin. It lights you up. It really does. It really does.
And brighter skin makes you look younger.
It does. Absolutely. Absolutely. So
yeah. Wow. So cleansing, you got to moisturize while your skin is down.
Yes.
You got to do that, moisturizing. Okay, now I know she's going to hit me on top of the head when I ask her this question. So sometimes I just tape all day long, and I'm exhausted by the end of the day. I may not take my makeup off before I go to bed.
Not good. And I realized what it's like to have a busy schedule. But at the same time, you have to remember that you're doing it for you. You're doing that for you. It's going to keep you youthful, keep your skin healthy, and just keep it more vibrant and just, and you want that underlaying, because when you put your makeup on, you don't have to wear as much. And when we started doing the mask, and that made a difference. And you said that you realized you weren't having to put as much foundation on.
Yes, because I don't like to wear a lot of foundation.
I don't either.
And I like to just barely dot it on. So since I've been doing that technique, and I mean that's worked. Absolutely.
Yeah, it is. And that's another thing about using the right product for yourself, and being consistent. That word consistent is key. It really is. And so don't get me wrong, it's been a few times along the way that I didn't take that makeup off at night, but I try to make sure that I do that, take just those little extra 10 minutes and do that for me.
Well, what I've heard is that, you let me know if this is true, what I've heard is if you don't take your makeup off every night, you're aging your skin 7 days. Is that true?
That is true. That is true. Yeah, some people used to say 3 days. It's not. It's 7 days.
Oh,
yeah. Every time you don't
I think
take
you're the one who told me that.
Yeah. So
no, actually, I got to say this. Since you told me that, if Phil has to prop me up, I'm taking my makeup off.
There you go.
Every night.
Good girl, Donna.
Oh, you got to do that. You got to take good care of your skin. Now, let me ask you a question too, and this pertains to what we intake in our body. Because you can do all this kind of stuff, but if I'm drinking colas all the time and stuff like that,
yeah.
That's murder to my skin, isn't it?
Yeah, because you're actually sabotaging the other that you're doing. So it's important that we eat right, that we eat healthy and drink our water. You know, I mean, don't get me wrong. I had a cup of coffee this morning at 6 o'clock.
I'm not going to tell you how many cups of coffee I had this morning.
I tell you, but I also make sure that I drink, water, about 2 or 3 times more water than I do, coffee. I don't drink Cokes anymore. I haven't been doing that in about 6 years now.
That's why you stay so thin.
Oh man,
I've heard that drinking colas, even if it's a diet cola, doesn't necessarily help you lose weight.
Exactly, and I did it for years, a long time ago, thinking I was doing a good thing, drinking Diet Coke. No, it's not good. So nothing against the Coca-Cola products, but it's just being mindful about what works and what keeps it. We want longevity. We want longevity in our bodies and in our skin. We want that, and so we just have to, do the things and make the sacrifices that we need to, so that we can get those benefits that we want to see.
You know something, Dana? I've had a garden for a long time. You know that.
I love it.
I took the master gardening classes through Auburn University, War Eagle.
Oh, yeah.
So one thing I've noticed is since I don't eat out so much, and we eat what we grow, I've noticed my skin's better.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. I just even the last couple of years that I've known you. Yeah, so I see the difference.
Those good old tomatoes. Tomatoes are good for your skin.
They are, and I like tomatoes. I grew up, I like the fruits. I like fruits and vegetables.
Oh, I do too.
Now, don't get me wrong. I like a piece of fried chicken.
I do too. I like a burger.
I like a burger every once in a while, but
it's called balance, right?
It's called having balance. And some people who realize that they can't tolerate certain foods or drinks too much, and they just make the adjustments that they need to make. And I've been fortunate throughout the years that I was able to have a good balance in my diet, and I think it worked in my favor. I come from a family of athletes, so I played for the women's Gadsden Otala City League. I played women's basketball and volleyball, but I ran track in high school too. So, but I come from a family of athletes. So that all of that can entail, because my mother was very much attuned to us eating healthy, and so again,
eat your vegetables.
Right? Yeah.
No eating between meals, no candy, none of that stuff.
Yeah. And we did have some treats, but it was within moderation. And I'm grateful for that. So I try to do something.
Again, it's a balance.
It's a balance.
You can't live off of lettuce either.
No, that's not good.
I asked my grandmother one time, I said, so we're supposed to eat salads and all cows eat is grass.
Yeah, but we're not cows.
That's what was our answer too. You're not a cow. There you go. Let's go into a commercial break.
Okay.
And we're going to be right back in just a minute.
Twin City Used Car Sales has been serving drivers in the Northeast Alabama area for years with a quality selection of late model used cars, SUVs, and pickup trucks. On top of our extensive selection and competitive prices, we offer professional auto financing services for used car buyers of all credit levels. Whether you've just begun your search or you're ready to secure your next vehicle, at Twin City Used Car Sales, you will drive away with the vehicle of your dreams. The sales and finance staff at Twin City Used Car Sales looks forward to serving you, and you can apply for financing online before your visit to our used dealership in Gadsden, Alabama. Check us out on the web at twincityusedcars.com or go by our location at 901 First Avenue, Gadsden, Alabama. We sincerely look forward to serving you. At Lamone's Mexican Restaurant, located in Henniger, Alabama, and voted Best Mexican Restaurant of DeKalb County, Alabama 2020, we're here to serve you with authentic Mexican cuisine. Order easily online by going to lamonsmex.com or call 256-657-3999 to place your order. We're open Sunday through Thursday 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. and Friday and Saturday 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Whether you're celebrating a cozy date night for two or a celebration for a crowd, at Lamone's you'll love our atmosphere and friendly servers. Thank you for dining with Lamone's Mexican Restaurant. At Liberty Bank, we're all about community, whether it's to help with a charity fundraiser or help families in need. Toys at Christmas or a local football team, we're here for you. You see, we realize the importance of family. Sometimes it's to build a new home or necessary home repairs. We're here for you. If you like the feel of a small town bank with all the conveniences of a big city bank, we're here to serve you. You will find us at any of our convenient locations in DeKalb, Marshall, Etowah, and Blount counties in North Alabama. You can call and speak with any of our friendly staff at 256-659-2175 or check us out on the web at libertybankal.com. And thank you for your support of our community. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender. The only place I buy my beef is Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama. Their cattle is born and raised on their ranch, grass and grain fed, and you can feel confident when you serve your family and friends because their beef is all natural and no antibiotics or hormones are added. You can buy whole beef or perhaps go in with family or friends and buy half. Their customer service is number one as they take care of the delivery to their local processor and can deliver to your home for a small added fee. They also offer herd replacement heifers. I always call Lone Tree Ranch in Collinsville, Alabama for my beef specialty recipes and cookouts, and you can too. Food shortages are increasing, so buy local by calling 256-523-6462. That's 256-523-6462. Donna's Designs offers a line of handmade memorial, wedding, and keepsake jewelry that launched back in 1970. I'm a self-trained jewelry designer, and I will work closely with you to create unique designs you can love and treasure for years to come. Whether that be flowers that were used in a funeral arrangement or stones you found on the beach at a memorable trip, call me at 256-659-4319, and let's think of the possibilities.
We are back. Thank you so much for watching Donna's Edge television talk show, where truth matters. That's why I have this lady on board with me right now. Dana, thank you so much for being with me. It's so much fun. I'm just a skincare fanatic, and I really need to be. So, but let me mention this. So, a friend of mine is an esthetician. She lives in Charlotte, North Carolina, and Carol McNally is her name. And so she caught me drinking coffee several times. And she said, you know what you're doing to your skin every time you do that? And I said, what? She said, do you ever drink water? And she's very stern with me. She said, because see, I had to tell a talk show in Charlotte, North Carolina. So she kind of beefed me up, tried to make me take good care of my skin. But now I got you to do it.
Yes, I do.
And so she said, do you know that you're going to have to drink 3 cups of water to replace what you're taking out of your skin by drinking that 1 cup of coffee? And then she said, how many cups of coffee you drink? And I said, about 4 cups. She said, you're going to have to drink 12 cups of water just to put moisture back into your skin.
That's a loving friend. Let me tell you what, because she
and you do too.
Yes, I do, because you're my friend, I'm yours, and I love you. You're more like a sister, so.
I love you too.
Thank you.
I don't know what I'd do without you telling me what to do about my skin.
Well, you know, everybody, God put us together for different reasons. And
that's one of them.
And it's unbelievable that I would sit here and do this show with you, because I've always been real reserved and real timid like it.
Yeah, but so you've got a passion for what you do, and that's helping women with their skin. So which is most important? And then it's all important.
Okay.
You got to have makeup. You've got to take care of your skin as far as moisturizers and that kind of thing. Is it more important to take care of the skin with the moisturizers or makeup? If you had to choose one.
If I had to choose one, I'd go with the skincare.
Yeah.
The skincare, because you know, you can try to put on a mask, you can try to cover up, but no matter what, if your underlying skin is not healthy, eventually it's going to show through. You know, and your makeup won't look as good. It just won't. It'll take away from you.
Let's talk about something else, because this is, and it still pertains to skincare. Okay, so we've got the busyness of the holidays coming up. and you feel like you got to go to every party your kids have. You got to be at all the families. Like my daughter-in-law says she has 3 grandparents she goes and visits every year before she even gets to us.
Oh my goodness.
So and so there's that stress. So I said, we don't need that stress. I said, I don't want you to come on Christmas Day. I want you to come a week before or a week after. She said, oh, you're the world's best mother-in-law. And I said, no, I'm selfish. I know I'm going to get more time with you.
There you go. Oh yeah,
That
that's
way.
a good thing.
But sometimes the busyness of the holidays, can put stress on our skin.
It does, and that's why it's so important to. It's not just your daily routine and your nightly routine, but also getting your proper rest. And sometimes during the holidays, I'm guilty of it. I did it. I had 5 kids.
You know what we're talking about.
And so raising them and being busy and working second shift and come home at night and stay up 2 or 3 hours wrapping gifts while they were asleep.
Yeah, done that.
I did that, but I've learned better. It's important to get your rest. It's important to drink your water. It's important to do your skincare and all of that. And then your exercise. Because when we exercise, our body releases some of those impurities out of our perspiration. And so all of that works in conjunction together to give you the overall benefit of good health and looking, not just having good health, but look like you have good health. Because you and your husband, it's amazing.
Exercise is key, though.
It is. It really is. It makes a big difference. And I've been fortunate that I come from a family of athletes, so we were always, involved in some type of athletics. And my children, same thing. So it's been good for me to always, even before I ever participated in any activities at school, I had my own personal routine, and I would get up at 8:30 in the mornings on the weekend and go running before breakfast. So it's good to have that and to take it serious, to know how important it is for your overall health. And because when we're healthy, life is better, and it's better for our families and our communities, our church, and whatever. Yeah, certainly.
But what do you think and the kids have to be, and your kids and your spouse needs to be right up there on that top, God first, then family, and then anything else.
Certainly.
But some people don't take care of themselves because they're so busy running around, taking the kids, taking them soccer, taking cheerleading practice, and all that kind of stuff, that they let themselves go. But if you let yourself go, you're not going to have the energy.
Certainly. And all of that, again, we want to give our best to our families and everything. But at the same time, if we don't take care of ourselves, you can't give your best. You think you are, but you're really not. So it's important to take all of that serious because it works together. The whole thing, the body is an amazing thing, but the skin is even more amazing because that's our outer layer of everything. So
well, that's the biggest organ in the body.
It really is.
It really is. It's the skin.
Yeah.
And then we're talking about taking care of your face and that kind of thing. What about the rest of your body? Sometimes we let that part go. We don't exfoliate. We don't do all. Still got to exfoliate the whole body, right?
Yeah, we have the hydrating body wash and body lotion. That is so amazing. I love it. Sometimes I switch over and I use the shea butter. It's the body wash, then the body lotion, but then the body butter. The body butter, it feels like butter. It feels like butter, and it doesn't take a lot of it. That's another thing. I love the skincare products from not just our face, but for the body as well. And then we have a mint foot lotion. It has an energizing element in it. So when you put it on your feet at the end of the day, yes, absolutely. And you can feel the tingling, in your feet, and they just, it's an awesome product. And that's one of the things that we incorporated this year in the cancer project that we've been doing for the past 9 years. Where we take products over to the cancer center, but we get businesses like Mr. Ledbetter and some of our elected officials. We got judges and city councilmen and so forth that participate, but not just them, but just everyday Joe like me. Just everyday person. It's amazing the people that have the heart for this project because they've had family members like me. My mother was diagnosed with breast cancer in 2005, and the care that she received at Gaston Regional Cancer Center was amazing. And the products that we used, when she healed up from her burns, there was no scars. There was no evidence that she had ever had any burns at all.
But then you got to use it almost from day one when you start receiving that treatment, right? That
right,
helps.
But sometimes we've had patients that they were already in the middle of their treatment, but they started using those products and they feel
And it
good.
still works.
Yes, and that's why every year when we call and tell them we're coming, we're going to bring the products, they get excited because they know that it's really going to help their patients. They see the evidence, so they know it's not a
They
fake.
know.
It's not just it's not advertisement. Mary Kay doesn't have to advertise, so but those products are really doing an awesome job for the patients.
Well, listen, we've got about a little bit under 4 minutes left in this segment, so let's talk about what you're doing for the cancer patients that's coming home today.
For the past 9 years, I'm just to say, God gave me the idea to reach out to the cancer center to see if it was permissible for us to bring products in, and to reach out to people, business owners, whatever, churches and ministries, to see if they would be willing to sponsor. So they can sponsor as many patients as they like. It's only $25 per patient, and I just leave it at that cost. No matter how much the products may go up, I leave it at that because it's an easy number to. And so we take the products. We have to package them differently now since COVID because they come sealed anyway, but we have to package them a certain way in order for them to be acceptable. And so we do that, and. It's amazing because even at home, I've got these gloves on and a mask when I'm working with these products. So it's important that people know that it's a legitimate cause. It's a very worthy cause, and the benefits of it. It's amazing to hear what the patients say and how grateful they are for that. And then we got Donna's Edge TV talk show now that covers the story. And so more people are becoming aware of it. And this year we have 15 states within the U.S. that are represented. And we're so excited.
That is awesome.
From California all the way to Florida. Yeah, we got 15 states. And next year I hope we have all 50 states. So.
Oh, that'd be great. The outreach, because we reach all 50 states. So you can, okay, now we're still going to talk a little bit. We've got about 2 minutes left, but how can folks get more information from you? How can they contribute?
Okay, my name is Waldeana Johnson, but I'm known as Dina Johnson. My number is 256-622-4751, and I am a Mary Kay consultant, and I am available to receive contributions for our project anywhere between August and December. So, but if there's other times, we do projects at the nursing home. We take projects there for Valentine's Day, and then Mother's Day and Father's Day. So these projects, they're really
just
changing
ongoing
people's
throughout
lives.
the year. She can always help.
And I love it. I love it, and I appreciate you.
I got to ask one more question.
Certainly.
Okay, now back in the day, and my grandmother's they were skincare fanatics. Okay, but this is what they would do. I know you mentioned a little bit earlier, you don't have to use a lot of the product. I'm telling you, when my grandmother's got ready for bed, it was like a white mass. Were they using too much moisturizer?
They really were. And to leave it on all night, it really doesn't.
Can that create like pores enlarged if you use too much?
Absolutely. And it clogs the pores. Because yes, for the first little bit, you're getting that, refreshing in there. But then when that just stays on your face, I mean, they're just like walking around all day long with something 8 hours. That's ridiculous. So, but our parents did it. Our grandparents did it because they didn't know any better.
Oh, right.
They put
So we've learned some
on that
things.
night. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they had it on there.
And you've been trained. You've been with Mary Kay a really long time, so you've been trained. So you help us out along the way.
Well, I try to.
And so if you're looking for a Mary Kay product, now you ship out also. Can people go on a website?
They can. You can reach me at wjohnson9064. That's my Mary Kay website. You just go straight there and
just order it that way.
Right. And then if they want some consulting though with their ordering, then I prefer to order for them and then send it to them.
There you go. Thank you so much for being with me today. It's
Thank
always
you, Donna.
such a pleasure. And then we're going to talk a little bit more about. That keeps going off. Let's go ahead and turn that thing off. But thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Donna, and we'll see you next time around. Bye-bye.